Hi there, I'm Kathleen the Dawnkey, and I'm here to read to you from my book, Conversations with Dawnkey, A Bipolar Journey. I want to talk to you today about what is a donkey. Some of you may not know. You know what a Donkey is, but do you know what a Dawnky is? I'm going to tell you. What is a donkey and how I became one? First, I am the only donkey. There are many donkeys, but I am a Dawnky donkey, and that is a special magical thing. How did I come to believe such a thing about myself? Well, I found an internet site full of what we call lolcat pictures, and it had lots of comments responding to each picture. It was like a playground for me. I could write anything I wanted in those comments, and boy did I ever. As a rather reserved body with an ebullient soul, I felt free being able to communicate on the internet. It was the beginning of my transformation. Okay, so I needed an avatar, some picture to represent me on the site. I thought long and hard. I wanted to be loved. That seemed to be my main goal. Who seems to be universally loved? That mouthy donkey. You know the one. Well, I had lots to say, just like the talkative donkey, and boy did I ever say it, and people liked me. And, well, it helped that I would ham it up like a donkey. People seemed to like the character, and it took on a life of its own. I remember Mary O writing, "I love that donkey," and I felt such joy. I felt it was me that she loved. And in time she did. Lots of them did. We shared love freely and liberally. Soon it was such that people who were hurting, their hearts in need, were showing up, and we were showing them a new kind of experience. A place where people on the internet are kind to you, and fun, and playful. Now I'm going to tell you about the firsty dance. People on the internet had a tendency to come along and yell first when they got a chance to be the first poster. It was extremely annoying. And so it became a challenge to be first, but also say something reasonably cute or clever or whatever, not just first. Soon a kind of thing developed where people didn't like it if you used the word first, and we started jokingly saying not second. So anytime someone was first in the thread and didn't yell first, we all lined up and did a dance for them. We would bring food and drinks, have fun, post funny things in comments, say nice things to the poster. It became a love fest there. I remember one special girl who didn't follow the rules and got first, finally, after trying and used the word first, and no one would dance for her. So I did, and I made a special point of it. Soon afterwards, she thanked me for that attention. She happened to mention in our conversation that she had been on depression medication since she was 6. I felt so bad for her, and I was so glad I had been nice to her and treated her specially when I got that little opportunity. It has changed back to normal since the original cheese friends, as we called them, moved on to social media to be friends there. Here is a poem I wrote, The ICHC Miracle. A poster sits before the screen, his hunger deep, his countenance mean. His soul craves what his tongue can't ask, so fragile it must wear a mask. Be careful what you say to him, our new admirer, our new cheese friend. He sees the fun but feels alone. Greet him warmly to our home. Oh, cheese friend, feed that hungry soul. Bestow 5 burgers, fill that hole. Encourage our friend to play and prance. When he is first, let's throw a dance. The world is full of rude and cold. It's harsh out there. We must be bold and reach out with a loving plate of human kindness. It's never too late. Slowly, somehow, I became a Dawnkey. Dawnkey. Now, I don't know what that means to you, but it means the world to me that people would call me that. Second, you have to remember that I am a crazy donkey. I tend to be a little delusional. It's a bipolar thing, I guess. And sometimes part of bipolar is feeling special. Recently, in the last couple of years, I was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder too. This is where the subject gets touchy and I have trouble continuing. See, no one wants to deal with a donkey that thinks it is special. Ha! But maybe I could list why I think I'm special. It's not because I think I'm better than anyone. Quite the opposite, as I have learned to be very non-judgmental. It's because I love unconditionally. I try to love every single person. There are some political figures that are trying my soul, but I still try to love them. And also, to add to that love, I am effusive with praise and admiration. I love to compliment people and tell them why they matter, and that they do matter. My God, how you matter, my friend. Never forget that the teensiest little action that you perform could cause ripples that will manifest a miracle. Which brings me to ripples. And that is where I'm going to stop for now, because this video is getting too long, and I'm going to post a second video later explaining how I went from being a regular donkey to a Dawnkey. Thank you for listening.